Hello, everybody. I am Thomas DeMoss, and today I am with Tonia B from Reli Title. We just wanted to take a few minutes to walk through the importance of a title company, kind of the process, and why you need to pick a very reputable and efficient and proficient title company. So, Tonia, thank
Hello,
you for
Thomas.
joining us
You're
today.
welcome. Hi, everybody.
So just like I said before, we just want to educate kind of our clients about what the importance of a title company is. So we'll start big and broad. What is a title company?
A title company provides title insurance. They are kind of the intermediary between the lenders and the buyers or sellers, and the realtors and the buyers or sellers.
Okay, all right. And so as a real estate agent, we understand, and real estate investors, we understand this process a lot better than most people. It can be somewhat of a complicated process, but you guys' work starts once a buyer and a seller have agreed upon a purchase and sales contract. Is that correct? Okay. So that contract is delivered to you guys, and you start your title search process,
Yes.
correct? So what is involved in that?
Okay, once we get a contract from the agent or the lender that's working on it, we then order our title work. We order our title search with an abstractor. Basically, they go to whatever county the property is in and perform a title search, which lets us know who owns the property, what liens are against the property, the taxes. Once we get that back, we prepare what is called a title commitment. This is letting everyone know this is who owns the property, these are the liens on the property, this is what is required to provide clear title. Once that is done and the title is clear, there are some issues that could cause closing to take a little bit longer than others, which would be if there's an estate, if the property's in an estate or a trust. Those items take a little bit longer to clear. If you have a seller that is alive and well and a buyer and they've got a mortgage and maybe some taxes, usually from the time we get the order to closing, you can count on about 2 weeks.
Okay. And so there are different types of, and you guys handle a lot of different, we don't want to complicate it too much, but typically you guys are offering title insurance to provide a clear title, which, tell us a little bit about what title insurance is.
The way I kind of explain title insurance is it's kind of like your car insurance and your homeowner's insurance, which you have to pay a monthly or a yearly premium. Title insurance, it's a one-time premium, and it covers you up to the sales price for as long as you own your home. It protects you against anything that may not have been found with the title search. Say there was an heir from 20 years ago that was not contacted when a property was sold, and they come back and claim an interest in your property. You are protected up to the sales price. I always say you hope you never have to use it, which in a lot of cases you don't, kind of like car insurance or homeowner's insurance, but you definitely want to make sure you have it in case you do have to use it.
And I can speak from experience on that. So there are different types of deeds. Once again, to keep it at a higher level, can you explain the types that I know of? Is a quitclaim deed, and you always got the warranty deed. So there's kind of a quitclaim is not a whole lot of protection, if any, and then the warranty deed is really what you want to be able to provide, right?
Right. A quitclaim deed is typically done between family members, or if you're going through a divorce, your ex-spouse would quitclaim their interest over to you. If you're wanting to add your new wife onto title, or wanting to add mom or dad, that is typically when a quitclaim deed is used. Not always. We'll see quitclaim deeds for all kinds of properties, but they're not a good source of ownership because there's no warranty involved. A warranty deed, the seller is stating, I am giving a warranty on this property. It's just, anytime you're providing title insurance, we always look for warranty deeds versus quitclaim deeds. Quitclaim deeds are always a little iffy and can raise some red flags.
Absolutely. So there's another term, if you can talk about this, a cloud on title.
Mhm.
Explain what that means.
A cloud on title would be if, say, you purchased a property and the person that you bought it from still has a mortgage on the property that's not been released of record at the courthouse. That's a cloud on title. We have to, in order to provide you with your owner's policy,
Right.
we have to make sure that title is clear, which means any and all mortgages of record, that we have proof they've been paid and or released. Another cloud on title could be a judgment against a buyer or seller. It could be a tax lien. It could be a tax sale. You know, if the property's in a tax sale, unfortunately, our underwriter will not insure those for 7 years. So there's all kinds of things that could be a cloud on title. Basically anything that is showing up that is not normal and customary.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of funny. The legal language of cloud it's kind of like a black cloud
exactly.
on the title.
Yep.
If you've got one of those, you really need to work to get it resolved. And
exactly.
like you said, tax sale properties are one of those issues, and we know that we've dealt with those title concerns as well. So if you're talking to a buyer or a seller about the title process, what advice could you give them as far as what information to have? Just the more the better, right?
Absolutely, especially from the sellers. We kind of look to you. There's a lot of information that we need from you in order to even get to the closing, and a lot of that is, you know, have your current mortgage information handy. If you know you've got a judgment or a tax lien, we're going to find it when we do the search. Let us know up front. Go ahead and contact the attorney's office that's holding the judgment and get a payoff. If you know, if you're going through a divorce or you're going to be out of town, or if the property's in a trust, you know, let your agents know that up front as well. If you are handling the property for your dad that has passed away, let your agents know this up front. It's going to get you to the closing table a lot quicker if we know these items up front.
Yeah. And we mentioned that term closing table. So literally this is
the
a closing table.
This is where you want to end up.
And so what happens here, once all of that background work has been done, there's an agreement between buyer and seller. Everybody's agreed upon terms. The goal is typically within 30 days to meet here at this table and to have the seller sign over their rights to the property to the buyer. And then at the end of the day, the buyer to hand the seller whatever proceeds they would be receiving at that time. So there is a transaction that takes place. You have both buyer and seller that are selling documents, transferring rights to the property. And it is. How long does that take as far as the closings?
If everybody's nice, my closings, if you're paying cash for a piece of property, you're in and out in 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Even on when there's a loan involved, and you've got agents and buyers and sellers in the room, typically my closings run 40 to 45 minutes. I always try to have checks pre-cut prior to closing. The buyer's going to get their owner's policy at closing. So the process, I mean, this is the final step. This is what everybody has worked so hard to get to, is the closing table. So
Absolutely. And you're right. It makes it a lot more fun when everybody's nice.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
You just walk away. Transactions of houses are a lot of times very emotional. We bought houses from a lot of folks that's family homes, and you really want to be able to walk away, shake hands, and just, you know, have a great feeling about that house. It's got a new history coming forward, you know, whether it's a new buyer coming into it or whatnot. So Tonia, we'll wrap that up. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with folks that they may need to know about title company or how the process may work?
I always urge everyone, you may or may not be told sometimes, oh, you don't need an owner's title policy. I personally would not purchase property from family without getting an owner's policy. You never know what has occurred 60 years ago, 70 years ago. You know, and it's a one-time charge. It's not something you pay monthly or yearly, and it's for as long as you own the property. Again, the chances of you ever having to file a claim against your owner's policy is slim, But if you do, you're going to be sorry that you didn't have an owner's policy.
Absolutely. And like I said, I can speak from experience on that one as well. I would definitely encourage it as well. But once again, I'm Thomas DeMoss. This is Tonia B. We are at Reli Title. This is the title. This is our preferred title company that we use. We love these guys. They provide a great service. So yeah, Tonia, I appreciate you spending a few moments with me this morning, and hopefully this helps you guys if you've got any questions about title companies.